All right, everybody, we're back again real quick. So I saw Nap Arcade just put out a statement about a new company coming out called Bump Flipper or something out of France. Um, they're supposed to be making their first physical pinball machine. Right now, they're actually offering a virtual pinball machine. I don't know how long they've been building this and selling it, but if you go on their website and check the order box, it says it's $12,100 with shipping and tax. This is a virtual pinball machine, TV screen inside, right? It's a lot of money to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't own a virtual pinball machine, but I know I had a prior coworker that wanted a real game and said I couldn't afford it because I have a family with 3 people and a wife. So I had to settle for a cheaper machine that was a virtual pinball machine. I thought most of those go between 4 and 7 grand maybe. Um, so yeah, I saw that for 12 grand. I'm like, oh, what's their real game going to be? The other French company I talked about was Hexa. They were talking about building custom shop games on the level I'm doing for like 7 grand. They're gonna do it for like 40 to 80,000 bucks. So I don't know. We'll see what this company comes out at the end of the day. But if they're at 12,000 with a virtual pinball machine, I'm imagining it's gonna be at least that or more. Real quick as well, I just wanted to talk about, it's been a long time since I've been trying to build this company, and I keep seeing more and more companies come, and people are like, hey, where's your company? Where's your theme? What are you doing? And if you actually follow me, you see the progression over time, and I appreciate you guys making the comments saying thank you, I saw this, or I met you 5 years ago and you progressed and stuff. So I do appreciate the comments and the thumbs ups on my videos. What I wanted to do is just take a dive here at Turner, right? Because he came out a little bit after me, and I wanted you guys to understand why it's taken me so long to do this. This is not my full-time job. I have a real job right now. It pays really good money, and it's a career that I've built over 20 years. So if you just look at Chris Turner, right, I just was kind of curious to look. So his Instagram, his first post on Instagram, his first white wood that was fully assembled was like March 2023. Okay, now from there, that Ninja Eclipse game he built in March 2023, he said 75 units were shipped 2 years and 1 month after that, in April 2025. That's 2 years and 1 month to get 75 units out the door. Now, we don't know how long it took him prior to that time to get his company up and running and whatnot. So we know he bought some Deeproot assets. That was 50,000 bucks or so, I think he said in an interview, I'm not sure. It was like a public auction from Deeproot, company that went under. He worked for them a little bit, and so did his current friends that are working for him. So drops 50K, spends some time, starts getting his white wood done. We're at 2 years, and maybe it could have been 2.5 years from there, for research and everything. So 2.5 years in, his game was $7,000. He sold 100 of them, which was $700,000 on your gross. Okay, if it took $1,000 to build one, you're talking knock 100 grand off there. You're at $600,000. You got to pay some of your friends and whatever. I think he was working out of his house, so his warehouse cost was nothing. And then you divide that by, okay, well, what does he make after that? Divide it by 2, because he's been working for 2 or 2.5 years to ship those. And again, I said 75%, so 75 of 100 were gone in 2 years. So maybe it's 2.5 years to do that full production run. So yeah, 2 to 3 years in, when you divide what he's made, I can tell you 100% factor, I've made more than him, right? So he spent all this time to go to trade shows, hire people, worry about his life, worry about if he's going to sell out stuff. Hearing all this negative feedback that his artwork sucks and all these people hate his ass. And, I've kind of just sat back and done this on the side, slowly built it, spent no money, spent no risk. I've made more than a pinball company that exists for 3 years. Now he's in there 4 or 5, right? And he's finally hitting it, right? He finally hit 250 units like roughly in a day. His product is now 10 grand, 2.5 million. Good money, good job, right? You kind of made it. But now he's gonna go and make his own warehouse, which probably cost him $1 million bucks. So now he's back, like, he's playing a little bit of a gamble, right? He's gambling on his future here and the whole market and how things are going. So we'll see. He's on a good trajectory, but again, for me, it's like I've had no risk, and now that he's bought a warehouse, we're back to being even. So 4 or 5 years in, I sit to program a video game all day with You know, my company pays my 401k, my medical bills. I don't have to pay self-employment tax because my company covers half of it, right? So they pay 6%, I pay 6%. If you're working for yourself, you got to pay 12%. You got to get your own medical plan. You got to pay medical plans or potentially for your employees, all kinds of other things, right? So this is why I'm not jumping quick into market. Why people say, hey, where's your game? Why aren't you in market? All you do is talk, blah, blah, blah. But I think a lot of those people don't watch the history of my videos because I know some of you guys do, right? And I appreciate it. Like I said, if I didn't mention already, it's like, yeah, I appreciate when you guys comment and see the progression and know. And again, I'm not aiming, you know, if my goal was to be at 10 grand, yeah, I just go to Pinball Life right now and I just say, hey, let's sign a deal. I want to buy all these parts. What price can you give me? Okay, I want to do 100 games. Let's buy it right now. And I just buy 100 games straight out and we would build them and ship them. But when you do that, you know, you want to be quick to market and all that. If I didn't want to build my own circuit boards, which you see, I was already up and running, and like in a week or two, I had a design, and week 3, I already had it shipped into my house, and I was working with it. But if I didn't want to do all that and finalize those and just go off the shelf circuit board, yeah, I could have been quick to market. And if my goal was 10 grand, that would have worked out great, and I would have had a company, and I'd probably have a lot of money right now. But it's just not something I want to do. I don't buy pinball machines for 10 grand, so I don't want to sell them for 10 grand. So I got to figure out a price or a product. I got to go and figure out what I want to do. What do I need to do to be at a price point that I like, which was originally around 2,500 bucks. And right now it's around 3,500 bucks. I want to be maybe 4 grand. So I got to figure out how to build that product, right? What changed with the market. I've changed my product as well. I think it's better than what it was going to be. And I haven't been focused just on game design. I'm focused on manufacturing. How can I make a part cheaper? All this stuff that people don't see. Anyway, that's it. So like I said, all these companies are coming out super high priced. Wonderland's doing great. We'll talk about them at some point. I think their product is good. I think their gameplay is bad. But that's pretty much it. I think they're, depending on what their numbers are, they'll do good. But I just don't know if the numbers are there still with what they're doing. And we'll talk about that more potentially in an upcoming video.